Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So this morning, we actually saw Bitcoin pump all the way up to $31,000. Okay, $31,400 to be specific. And that was, pretty much a new all-time high for Bitcoin this year alone in 2023. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, right, you guys can clearly see the last time we have seen Bitcoin reach, above $31,000 was actually last April. So obviously it's been quite some time. It's been like over 2 months since we have seen Bitcoin above, $31,000. But right now, okay, yes, we saw Bitcoin early this morning pump above, $31,000. It actually reached above $31,000. You guys can clearly see that. But right now, Bitcoin is in fact having some small corrections down to the downside, which is understandable, right? So right now, Bitcoin's currently at 30,700. Okay, it's still holding up very, very well in my opinion. Okay, it really is. And also, right, other altcoins today are in fact pumping as well. The global crypto market cap as of right now is currently at 1.19 trillion. So it is in fact going up a fair bit. Yesterday I was currently at, I believe, 1.17 trillion. Now it's at 1.19 trillion. So that's absolutely amazing to see for the global crypto market cap. And overall today, the market is up 1.7%. Okay, so Bitcoin is pumping, okay, for the past 24 hours, 2%. Ethereum is pumping pretty much 1%. And a fair few altcoins are in fact pumping as well. You guys can see Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, Litecoin, especially up 6%. Great to see for Litecoin. And Polygon is pumping, Polkadot 5%. Great to see for Polkadot. Avalanche 4%. And check out Chainlink. Chainlink is pumping 9% for the past 24 hours. Absolutely amazing to see for Chainlink back up at $6. If you guys remember, a couple of days ago, I bought a whole bunch of Chainlink when it was at $5, which was in fact its new low at the time. And now it's pumping at $6. So absolutely amazing to see for Chainlink. And I will actually make a separate video talking about Chainlink today. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video, okay? Because you guys know that I'm really bullish on Chainlink, right? It's one of those altcoins that I'm really invested in, and of course, I'm just really keeping my eye on Chainlink because I really do believe Chainlink is one of those altcoins that we're gonna need. Okay, it's here to stay forever, and that's that. But guys, in this video, okay, I want to show you guys a fair few charts, specifically a chart, right? I'm gonna save the best for last, okay? A chart where it indicates and it shows you guys that Bitcoin could potentially reach $60,000 in weeks. You guys heard it here, right? $60,000 in weeks, not months, weeks, 60K. So that's going to be, reaching almost back up to Bitcoin's previous all-time high. Okay, so I want to show you guys that chart. But yeah, I got a fair few charts to go through in today's video. But starting off with this one, you guys can clearly see that apparently we have left the ultimate Bitcoin accumulation buy zone already. So the Bitcoin bull market is pretty much starting now, and that's understandable. You know what I mean? If we go to the daily time frame, you guys just clearly see right here where Bitcoin is in fact heading, right? You guys can clearly see back last November, December, we actually saw Bitcoin reach its bottom pretty much right at this very time. Okay, at this very moment right down here, this was pretty much Bitcoin's bottom and would have been a great time to DCA at this very moment and got in, right? So you guys can clearly see that was in fact its bottom for around 2 months, November to December, and then we saw Bitcoin absolutely rally up to the upside all of 2023. You guys can clearly see that, right? And it's been a roller coaster, right? It really is, and it just shows you guys how volatile Bitcoin really is. But this year so far, 2023 has been way better than last year in 2022, of course, right? Because we are in fact seeing more pumps, and of course, the Bitcoin dominance is actually up 50%, 50.1%. Okay, it's been quite some time since we've seen, Bitcoin's dominance up 50% throughout this crypto winter, right? It's been quite some time. So that's absolutely, amazing to see. So you guys can clearly see this pattern right here. Ever since the beginning of 2023, we've just been pretty much having these pumps. Even though, yes, we had, small corrections. We had a curve right here, right? And also another massive curve right there. And this downtrend was in fact forming for a couple of weeks, right? A very, very slow downtrend for Bitcoin, right? But right now it is obviously breaking out of it clearly, just like what I showed you guys a couple of days ago. We all know that. And it's looking absolutely amazing for Bitcoin. And clearly it's creating a new pattern to the upside. So I really do believe Bitcoin will eventually reach back up to 31K easily, right? And of course, $32,000, and then eventually 35, 40, and of course, $50,000 in the next upcoming few months, just as I predicted, right? I've been telling you that many times. That's just my personal price predictions for Bitcoin this year alone in 2023. And that is exactly where Bitcoin will potentially be heading, most likely for this year in 2023, right? I do in fact see a 50K Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2023. But, you know, this chart is saying that this was in fact the buy zone right down here. But I've been telling you guys many times, right? It's never too late to buy Bitcoin. That's just my personal opinion, okay? It's never too late to buy Bitcoin. I still think it's obviously still a great time right now at this very moment to buy Bitcoin at 30K. Okay, it really is. The reason why I say that is because, you know, Bitcoin will eventually reach $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, reaching a new all-time high, $100,000, right? In the next upcoming, you know, bull market, right? We know the halving is about to happen, and we know every single time we have the halving for Bitcoin, that is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. So I still think, okay, we are still in the buy area. But what this person is showing is we have pretty much left the ultimate Bitcoin accumulation phase, right? The buy zone, the ultimate Bitcoin buy zone, which was all the way down here. Still a buy zone in my opinion, right? But we have left the ultimate buy zone because, you know, we are nowhere near its bottom right now. And then I told you guys many times that I don't think Bitcoin will ever go back down to, you know, $20,000 ever again. Okay, so I don't see Bitcoin going to 20K, 19K, 18K, 70 ever again, right? That's gone. It's all ups from here, guys, right? It really is. So that's that. Now, you guys know I'm a huge believer on pretty much history sort of repeating itself, patterns, rhyming. It's like clockwork, okay? And you guys can clearly see back in 2013, we saw Bitcoin have this downtrend, right? And it was consolidating a little bit, and then it absolutely pumped up to the upside. And guess what? That's exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now. All of 2022, we know, right? Bitcoin has dropped massively, over 70%, around 77% from its previous all-time highs to where it was last November at 15K. That was, in fact, a 77% drop, right, for Bitcoin. And right now, it's obviously forming a new pattern to the upside, okay? So, you know, what it did in 2013, could it happen right now for 2023, right? Because I told you guys it's all ups from here, okay? It's not going to go to the bottom, you know what I mean? Again, right? We're not going to see Bitcoin go back down to $15,000, right? For all the bears out there, that's not going to happen, okay? I know a fair few of you guys want Bitcoin to go back down to $15,000, but it's not, right? It's impossible, okay, at this point, right? Very, very unlikely to happen. It's not going to happen, right? It's all ups from here. I told you guys that many, many times, okay? So it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Very, very bullish, okay? And I'm just glad I was buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, investing heavy, you know, stacking a whole bunch of Bitcoin around this area right now, okay, around this area. And I'm just very glad I did that. So you guys can clearly see, here's another chart, okay, another chart that I like as well from Stock Money Lizard. Shout out to you. And there's actually two more that I want to show you guys in this video from him. But you guys can clearly see this chart short term where Bitcoin could potentially be heading. So we are here right now, okay, and we could potentially see Bitcoin, okay, pump 14% all the way up to pretty much $34,000. And that's not surprising. I think this is very, very possible. For the past few days, I've been showing you guys a fair few charts indicating that people think Bitcoin will reach, you know, $32,000, $35,000, even $38,000. Okay, and it seems like we're all having the same predictions here. So I think it's very, very possible for Bitcoin to continue this upside, okay, this leg up towards the upside. Okay, we know, guys, why Bitcoin is pumping right now is because of pretty much mainly BlackRock, right, filing for Bitcoin ETFs, okay? So there's obviously a lot of heavy selling in Bitcoin right now, okay, there really is. And I feel like there's a lot of FOMO going on right now, right? So that's why, guys, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin and crypto pump for the past few days, which is absolutely amazing to see. So yeah, short term, okay, in the next upcoming few days, few weeks, okay, we will potentially see Bitcoin pump 14% all the way up to $34,000 and higher. We will see. Now, of course, you know, Bitcoin is in fact forming a new pattern to the upside. We know that because I told you guys that we have already hit bottom last November, right? I don't know if you guys can see it. My camera's probably in the way, but it's all the way up now, right? Just like what it did in 2016, you guys can clearly see we had hit bottom and then it's going all the way up, right? You guys can clearly see the next bull run, and that is potentially what's going to happen for this year in 2023, right? We know the halving is obviously right around the corner. It hasn't fully happened just yet. Okay, so in a way, we're still pretty much in a bear market. We're not 100% in the next bull market just yet, but we are in fact heading there. And I really do believe, yes, that this is the beginning of the next bull market. So this is all ups from here, guys. What it did in 2016 will potentially happen right here for Bitcoin. Okay, we're gonna see another bull run. Okay, the next legs up. Okay, reaching back up to its previous all-time highs. And I told you guys, I do in fact see a 50k Bitcoin, and that is exactly where Bitcoin will potentially be heading. You guys can clearly see that. So it's looking amazing, okay, for Bitcoin. Now, I love this chart, right? This chart just shows you guys how much Bitcoin pumps every single time we have the halving. Okay, so 2012, you guys can clearly see, okay, we had the halving and Bitcoin absolutely exploded up to the upside, right? 2016, same thing. We had a halving and Bitcoin pumped straight up to around $19,000. Okay, who remembers in 2017, right? And then 2020, our most previous halving, okay, you guys can clearly see we had the halving. Okay, we know what happened in 2021. Bitcoin reached 2 new all-time highs, not one, but 2 new all-time highs, and that was absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. And of course, this year alone in 2023, okay, we're going to see pretty much the exact same thing. And this is why I always tell you guys, okay, the halving is literally right around the corner, right? It really is. Okay, so we all should be very bullish. We should be stacking as much as possible, even right now, right? Even at $30,000, we should be stacking as much as we possibly can, right? Because the halving is about to happen, right? You don't want to miss this opportunity to buy Bitcoin at a low price. Again, I still think it's very low buying Bitcoin at 30K, okay? And I told you guys many times, towards the end of the year in 2024, right, I do in fact see a 100K Bitcoin. Okay, I really, really do. So I think right now is obviously the perfect time to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can at a cheap price. Because, in my opinion, if you're investing into Bitcoin when it's below 100K, it's cheap. So, even if you bought Bitcoin at its previous all-time highs back in 2021, when it was at like 50K or 60K, that's okay. You know what I mean? Bitcoin will now reach back up to its previous all-time highs and reach a new all-time high, right? But most of you guys probably sold, like panic sold. So it's all good, but be excited, guys. Okay, be excited for all my Bitcoin holders out there because Bitcoin is about to pump. Okay, and this is some exciting news. Now, this is the chart that I've been wanting to show you guys. Okay, and this chart is indicating that Bitcoin will reach 60K in a couple of weeks. 60K. 60K, meaning Bitcoin could potentially reach 60K this year alone in 2023. Now, I've been telling you guys many times that 50K is my personal price predictions for Bitcoin this year alone in 2023. But apparently, it's going to go way, way, way higher than that, up to 60K, right? So, I don't know. Okay, we will see. But if I do in fact see Bitcoin reach back at $60,000 this year alone in 2023, of course, towards the end of this year in 2023, I will be shocked. Okay, I would just say that I will be shocked. And if we do in fact see Bitcoin reach 60K, then I would say that we are officially in the next, bull market because we are close to its previous all-time highs, right? But yeah, what we're seeing right now with these pumps, it's already, right, creating a new all-time high, okay? Because we have already hit bottom, which is all the way down here, okay, on this green circle, right? And it's all up from here. You guys can clearly see it's creating a new pattern to the upside, right? So that's why, we're not going to see Bitcoin drop all the way back down to that level, like what most people are thinking, right? It's not going to happen. It's all ups from here, guys. Okay, please understand that. I've been telling you that many, many times. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys think it's possible for Bitcoin to reach $60,000 in a matter of weeks, not months, weeks. Let me know in the comments down below. That sounds crazy to me, but We will see. Okay, nothing is impossible for Bitcoin at this point. There's just a lot of FOMO. There's a lot of heavy buying right now, and a lot of people are in fact being greedy, right, around Bitcoin and crypto, which is great, which is great. Something different for once, right? Because we've been in fear mode for a very, very long time. But to end off this video, you guys to see the Bitcoin monthly returns is now at 12.5%, over 12% in the greens. Absolutely amazing. Yesterday this was actually at 10%, so it's understandable. You know, Bitcoin is obviously pumping, so this obviously jumped, and it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin this month so far in June, which is surprising because usually June, you know, Bitcoin doesn't really, you know, perform that great, right? You guys can clearly see in previous years, 2022 especially, we was down 37%, and that's because a lot of negative things were in fact surrounding the crypto space, and that's why we saw Bitcoin and crypto market drop that much. Okay, but 2021 it also dropped, and 2020 also dropped, right? So yeah, June, you know, usually is not a great month for Bitcoin, but this month so far for 2023 for June, it's performing absolutely amazing, 12%. Okay, over 12%. So that's great to see. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers. I would really, really appreciate that. And guys, in my next video, I will in fact be talking about Chainlink, because Chainlink is absolutely pumping, right? You guys can clearly see that 9% for the past 24 hours. So I just have to talk about it. You guys know I'm very, very bullish on Chainlink. So stay tuned for my next video, because I will in fact be talking about that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.